Hi everyone and welcome to Mandy's Creative Time. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome, welcome. So some of you may be surprised that I'm actually coming live on a Thursday because usually I come live on Monday afternoons. So I'm adding an additional live and this one's going to be a little bit different to my Mondays. So my Thursday lives are going to be quick, easy projects, and sometimes I might just be showing tips and tricks and things like that with your paper crafting. So yeah, so they're going to be shorter filmings or shorter videos. Mondays will still be my big one, my long one with very detailed projects. But Thursdays I'm hoping will be shorter, quicker, great easy projects. So great for anyone who may be new to papercraft, or perhaps you just like to make quick and easy projects, then Thursdays will be great for you. So they're great for everyone really. Hi Annette, great to see you. You actually caught me live. That's fantastic. Yeah, so I'm not going to do too much chit chat because I want to get onto the project so that I can show you what we have for you today. Hi Sharon, great to have you here. Yes, so I'll just quickly let you know that as of the 3rd, so I know, right, Annette? So awesome, because usually when I go live on Monday afternoons, you're probably sound asleep over there in Canada. It is Canada, isn't it? Got that right? I think you're Canada, aren't you? Yeah, so we had our brand new mini catalog go live this week, which is super exciting. You can see I've still got some wish list. This is part of my wish list here at the top. I've still got my little wish list tabs there at the top. So I've got another order to put in today. And so all the products from this mini catalog are now available, which is super exciting. So you can get them in my online store. I'll give you some directions to my online store just shortly. So this, the products in here are absolutely beautiful, super exciting. So be sure to check those out. Oh, it's 9 p.m. there, Annette. Oh, well, that's good time. That's a fantastic time. Great. We also have Sale-A-Bration running now as well, which also just started on the 3rd of August. So Sale-A-Bration will go for the rest of August and all of September. So it goes until the 30th of September. And during Sale-A-Bration, if you're not familiar with Sale-A-Bration, during Sale-A-Bration, for every $90 order that you place, you'll be able to choose a free product from this Sale-A-Bration brochure, which is awesome. And we're going to use some of these products today. So I'll be able to show you those. So what I might do, yes, Ontario, Canada, that's right, I did have it right. Oh, awesome. That's great, Annette. I'm so glad that you caught me. It's fantastic. So I can actually show you the inside of these now because they have gone live, because the last few weeks I've been sharing them, but I could only share the cover. But now they are live to everybody. I can show you the inside, which is super exciting. So we might have a quick little look through Sale-A-Bration when I tip the camera down to my desktop. So, so that's what's happening. So it's very exciting. There's lots of other specials with Sale-A-Bration. I'll explain more about that as well once I tip the camera down. So we've got a few jumping on now. Let me just pull this live up on my iPad so that I can see all of your comments there just before we get underway. There we go. Okay, great. Hi, Tina Marie. Great to have you here today. Okay. All right, awesome. So I have got a few on here now, which is fantastic. All right, so without further ado, let me cover up my camera. I'll tip it down onto my desktop and I'll show you a few things, and then we'll get underway and get crafting. I'd like to try and keep this one under half an hour today, because usually my Monday ones, they go really long. So my Thursday creative times, I want to try and keep a little bit shorter. So bear with me for one moment. I'm going to cover up the camera so you don't all get dizzy when I flip it all around, and we'll get everything down onto the desktop. So just bear with me for one moment. Okay, here we go. We'll do a little bit of flippy flip. I'm just going to adjust my stand, so it might be a little bit noisy and clunky for a moment. So just bear with that. Okay, just tighten all these clamps up so that my camera stays still. There we go. Okay. Take that off and I'll adjust the lighting. And let's see. Oh, I'm very crooked today. All right, let me straighten that up a little bit. There we go. Let's see how that's looking. Okay, that's not too bad. Great. Okay, so bring the lights down a little bit closer so that you can see, you'll be able to see everything. All right, and I'll move these down just a tad. Get everything all ready. And then we'll be good to go and we can move on. Okay, fantastic. So if you are shopping with me, whether or not you're purchasing from the mini catalogue or perhaps from the annual catalogue, our brand new kits, Sale-A-Bration, you can find my online store in two different ways. So the best way I always direct everybody is to my blog. So my blog is mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. On my blog, you'll find lots of things. There's creative inspiration. Each week I put up a new blog post, sometimes twice a week. So there's lots of creative inspiration there. You'll also find along the top of my blog, you'll see some little tabs or buttons. There's a shop button, there's a join button, there's a button there for my technique club to give you information about my technique club if you're here in Australia and you would like more information about joining my technique club. There's also some tutorials there to purchase as well, and you can purchase those from anywhere around the world because they are a video and a PDF format. And then down the sidebar on the right hand side, you'll see there's my host code. So every month I have a brand new host code. So if you use that when you shop with me, I'll be able to send you a thank you. And if your orders are over $50, you'll get a gift as well from me for shopping with me. There's also some PDFs down the side there too on the right hand side to our catalogues. So if you don't have a paper copy of your catalogues, then you can look at the PDF version. Now, if you would like a paper copy or a hard copy of our catalogues, please let me know because I'd love to send them to you. So if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're here in Australia, I'll be really happy to send these out to you. So just get in contact with me. And the best way to do that is either through Messenger or through email. Okay, now the other way, I'm just going to pop an extra little bit of blue tack under my host code here because it keeps on moving on me. The other way that you can get to my online store is you can go to my Stampin' Up! Website, which is mandywitherby.stampinup.net, and you can actually see all my classes listed there as well. But you can see my classes on my business page too, my Facebook business page. All right, so the new beautiful mini catalogue, if you haven't seen this, Tina Marie just said, I didn't realize you had Thursday lives. Oh, no, it's something new. I'm just starting today, Tina Marie. So you haven't missed any. So that's great. You're here for my launch of my new Thursday Facebook lives. And my Mondays are staying the same. So this is just an additional one. All right, so we have got 79 pages in this mini catalogue of beautiful, beautiful products. We've got lots of Christmas themed products. We've got other beautiful, we're actually going to be using some of the paper from this one today, the Harvest Meadow Suite. So there's other beautiful nature themed sweets. There's other products. There's products in here for Halloween, Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, for all of our American friends. Hey, Annette, in Canada, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? I know it's really big in the US. I'm not so sure if it is in Canada as well. I would love to know if it is. Look at this gorgeous suite here, the Blackberry Beauty. This is on my wish list. This is one that I will be ordering later today. I haven't ordered this one yet, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So you can see there's lots of nature themed ones in here as well. There's some, here's all the Christmas ones. So many beautiful products in this catalogue. Look at this one. How gorgeous is this? Whimsy and Wonder. I'm not going to spend too long in the mini catalogue today. There's another gorgeous suite there because I really want to focus on Sale-A-Bration today. But as you can see, there's lots and lots to choose from in this catalogue. As I said, if you don't already have one of these mini catalogues and you would like one, and you're here in Australia, please let me know and I would love to get one to you. Lots and lots of goodness in this one. All right, Sale-A-Bration. So this is the one that I want to focus on today, Sale-A-Bration. Annette said yes, but we celebrate a month earlier than the US. Oh, okay. So does that mean that your Thanksgiving is in October? Would that be correct? So I think America's is in, theirs is about a month before Christmas, isn't it? At the, towards the end of November or something, I think. So cool. Thanksgiving isn't a big celebration that we have here in Australia. So yeah, it's not, I love the idea of it though. I think that it would be a lovely celebration. But yeah, it's not a thing here. Okay, so yeah, so mid-October and they are the end of November. Okay, yeah, so Thanksgiving is mid-October in Canada and the end of November in the USA. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Beautiful. All right, let's have a look in our Sale-A-Bration brochure. So Sale-A-Bration runs from the 3rd of August to the 30th of September. And whenever you spend $90 on any of the current products available, through Stampin' Up, that can be from the annual catalogue, the mini catalogue, the kits collection, or the clearance rack, or a combination of all of those, then when your orders reach $90, you can choose a free Sale-A-Bration product. Now, if your order goes up over $180, we call that then our level 2 selection. And you can choose the level 2 products in here. So I'll quickly go through the different ones and show you. So this is one of our level 1 products, and I've got an order coming to me at the moment which has the Bedazzling 6x6 designer series paper, specialty paper, sorry, not designer series paper, specialty paper. People are describing this to look like glow mesh, like it's a very large glittered paper. It's not like a really fine glitter on it. And I asked a few friends who already had this as to whether or not the glitter comes off the paper, because I wasn't really sure, and I didn't want to get it too soon, but they said no, it doesn't. It's adhered really well. The only time would be is if it's like on the edge, if you're die cutting it and it sort of cuts it a little bit at the edge. That's the only thing when the glitter would come off, but pretty much, yeah, the glitter is stuck on there really well. So I went ahead and ordered some, so I'm excited to get that. Hopefully, well, it might not be this week, it might be next week. So yep, so there's that. This gorgeous paper, the Penguin Playmates paper, I have just made 3 cards yesterday with this, and I'll be blogging them in the next couple of days. So I'll post photos of them in my on Facebook, and also I'll have a link to my blog when I get them up. But super cute, this paper, it's gorgeous. And in the mini catalogue there's also a stamp set and the punch that coordinate with this paper as well. So that's another level one when you spend $90. Then there is the Feels Like Home stamp set, which is really beautiful. I'll just hold that up a little bit so you can see, so the light's not reflecting on the paper there. Really beautiful fine line artwork in this stamp set. Really pretty. So that's another level one product. And the beautifully penned 12 by 12 designer series paper. This is a black and white design paper that you can then color, or you can use it just as it is in black and white, or you can actually use your coloring tools to color that. So yeah, really beautiful. And it's in it's similar to our hand pen designer series paper, but it's just in the black and white version. So really awesome. And I love the samples in this one as well. Oh, Annette said that the bedazzling paper is like a disco ball. Yes. I actually saw a card yesterday on one of the demonstrator websites, I think it was, and they had the little penguins on the card with a little disco ball made of the bedazzling paper. It was so cute, so super cute. Oh, hey Julie, how you going? Great to have you here. Yeah, so then we've got the Peaceful Prints 12 by 12 designer series paper. This is a beautiful Christmas paper as well. I do have that one actually. And then this one has got coordinating products in the mini catalogue as well. We've got the Peaceful Dear bundle, so that combines the punch and the stamp set as well, and that coordinates beautifully with the paper. So I love that we can cross coordinate with the different catalogues and brochures with Stampin' Up. Then we've got the very cute Counting Sheep stamp set. This one is proving to be very popular. Really, really cute. And also too, there are sheep dies. So these two are separate items, each for $90 purchases during Sale-A-Bration. So it's great that you've got the stamp set and then the coordinating dies. And even it's got this gorgeous little fence and the clouds and the sun. You've got a balloon, little party hats and a little flag, and of course the sheep. But yeah, you could even use these other items, the other dies in this set for other projects, which would be awesome. And in our annual catalogue, we've got a lot of other animal stamp sets as well, which would be great with the fence. And you could use the cloud and the sun, yeah, for all different types of projects. So super versatile. Then over the page, we've got the Textures and Frames stamp set. That's another level one or with a $90 purchase. Now this one here, we've got some dies here, the Summer Shadow dies. And this one coordinates with the Shaded Summer stamp set from the annual catalogue. And you can see some samples here. But this set of dies here, this is a level 2 Sale-A-Bration item, which means you can get these ones for free when you spend $180. Yeah, so whenever you put in an order of $180, that's Australian dollars, of course. So if you're watching from another country, it'll be different in your currency, but this is Australian dollars that I'm talking about today. And then the one that we're going to be using today is the Dahlias, the Delicate Dahlias stamp set. And this one is a level 2 item for when you spend $180 or order $180 or more. So this is the one we're going to be playing with today. Now, some people say dahlias, some people say dahlias. It just depends on your pronunciation or where you are, where you live. My mum always called them dahlias. So I don't know if that's just an Australian pronunciation. So that's how I know them. But this is a beautiful stamp set. I'm going to show you that one in more detail shortly. And yeah, and we're going to play with that. I'll show you different ways that you can use that. Then I just wanted to quickly touch on other ways that you can earn free product during Sale-A-Bration as well. So we talked about shopping. Okay, so shopping, you can get you have those free choices of those products that I just showed you. If you host a party during or an event during Sale-A-Bration, you can also receive additional rewards when your orders reach $500. So at the moment, because of COVID restrictions, everything for me is online. I don't have, well, we can't meet in person at the moment. So I am happy to run a online event for you, an online party, and I can talk to you more about that if that's something that you're interested in, whereby you can gather friends. We can host an event online, or even if you just want to gather friends yourself and just gather orders yourself and from your friends and put them all together. Now you do, when orders go over $250, you do receive Stampin' Rewards, which means you get 10% of all those sales to then have a little bit of a shopping spree and choose some products for free. Then if you get up to $500, that Stampin' Reward jumps up to 12%, plus you will get the free In Your Words stamp set, which is here on page 17. If you don't already have a brochure, this is it here. But if you have a brochure, if you have a look on page 17, you can get this one for free, as well as the 12%. Then if your party sales go up to $750, you would get 14% in Stampin' Rewards and the additional stamp set. And then if your sales go up over $1,000, your Stampin' Rewards turn into 16% of the sales that you get to use for a shopping spree, plus you get the free stamp set. So that's the second way that you can earn free product. So if that sounds exciting to you and you would love to host your own party, then let me know and I can certainly work with you on that. The other way that you can earn free product, and this is actually the best offer, this is always the best offer, is to join Stampin' Up! During Sale-A-Bration. When you join Stampin' Up! During Sale-A-Bration, you pay $169 for the starter kit and you fill that starter kit with products of your own choice. So you can put anything in there from any of our catalogs. You can put kits in there, you can put clearance rack items in there, anything you like you can put into that starter kit, and you can actually put in that kit up to $235 worth of product and you still only pay $169. Now during Sale-A-Bration, you also get the choice of a free bundle. Now I've got a flyer here of the free bundles that are available as part of this joining offer during Sale-A-Bration. Now all of these bundles are brand new products from the mini catalogue. So you have a choice of all of these ones here that you can also add to your starter kit absolutely free just for joining my team. On top of that, when you get your when you order your starter kit, you get free shipping on that. So that's an added saving as well. So that is, joining is always the best offer in the catalogue. During Sale-A-Bration, it's even an added best offer because you get a free bundle as well. And these free bundles are valued up to $104.74, which is the Christmas seasons. I just checked, no, Christmas to Remember, I think it was this one. Yeah, this one is the highest, the one with the highest value. So yeah, so you're getting so many extra freebies when you join during Sale-A-Bration. Not only that, but you're joining my amazing team of beautiful, beautiful crafty people. We have a lovely team of beautiful women, all women at the moment. We don't have any men in the team at this point, not to say that we won't in the future, because everybody is welcome, but at the moment we just have women in our team. And we have formed such beautiful friendships, and just being part of the Stampin' Up! Community is so amazing. There's so many added benefits of just community and crafty, like-minded people. I just love it. It's one of the best decisions that I ever made. and we just have a great time together. We inspire each other creatively. We have a great time. We have a lot of fun. I put up challenges and I give prizes and gifts to my team. I do recognitions. We have access to demonstrator only Facebook groups and the website and demonstrator only events. And not only that, but when you join Stampin' Up, one of the best things and one of the biggest reasons that a lot of people do join Stampin' Up, aside from all of the additional freebies, is that you then get 20% discount on all of your Stampin' Up products, which is fantastic. Now, when you join my team, there is no pressure to sell. You can just purchase the products for yourself and your own crafting hobby. But if you do want to do more with it down the track, then I'm here to support you in that as well. Either way, I am just happy to have you on my team. So a lot of my team members, they just join just for the discount as well. And they have a great time just in our team and enjoying that discount. And I love to see that too. So if you have got any more questions about joining my team, please feel free to let me know and take advantage of this amazing special at the moment with Sale-A-Bration. All right, so let me move on and we will make our project. All right, so this is the product that we're using, the free Sale-A-Bration item, the Delicate Dahlias. Tina Marie just said she pronounces them as dahlias, but I know nothing of botanical, so I will rectify my pronunciation. I don't even know if my pronunciation is correct either, Tina Marie, because my mum actually was from Victoria, and down in Victoria they do actually pronounce some words differently to up here, such as they say castle and we say castle, things like that. So yeah, I'm not sure if dahlias is the correct pronunciation, but anyway, that's how I know them. But if I change my pronunciation as I'm talking about this stamp set, please forgive me, because I've been hearing it pronounced both ways. All right, so with this beautiful stamp set, there is a couple of things that I need to point out to you. We have different ways that we can stamp with this, and I'm going to show you those here. So we have got some line artwork here of the stamp. Then we've got this beautiful detailed distinctive stamp as well, and same with the small flower and with the leaves. So these can be used individually or you can combine them, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. With these distinctive stamp sets, they're originally taken as like a photographic image and then created into a stamp. So you get the beautiful detail in the stamp, and it actually does look like a photograph, you know, when you stamp it. And then you've got these gorgeous sentiments in here as well, which we've got, thank you kindly, oh so happy for you, you inspire me, and then sending heartfelt sympathy. So we've got a different range of sentiments there that we can use for different occasions. So this is a Photopolymer Stamp Set, which is the clear stamp set, which makes it really easy to see through these. So let's go on and I'll just show you, actually I'm going to show you the paper that we're using, and then we'll go on to make the project, and I'll show you, I'm adding a few extra little some added product as well, so I'll show you those as we go along. So we're going to be using the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. I've just got mine still here in the plastic, and you can see I've been using a fair bit of this, and I did use some of this on my Facebook Live last week, I think it was. But let me just show you some of the beautiful designs in this paper. Now this paper is one of the new papers from the mini catalogue. Okay, from the Harvest, oh, off the top of my head, I think it was the Harvest Meadow Suite. So I'll just show you these patterns in this paper. But yes, we are combining some of this with our project today. because I wanted to use new product. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I haven't got all of them here. Probably the other ones I've got chopped up. There's the other one. This is the one we're using today, actually. 10. And where are the other ones? Oh, we've got the wheat. I love this one. That one's beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm still missing one. Oh, this one, the trees. So these come in 12 by 12 inches. As you can see, I've been chopping some of mine down already to use them. But how beautiful are all these beautiful designs, and the colors are just gorgeous. So yeah, I absolutely love this paper. So this is the one that we're going to be using today. Speaking of paper, I'm actually running a paper share, a Christmas paper share for the mini catalog as well. I posted about that yesterday on my business page. So with a paper share, you actually get a quarter pack of each of the papers that I'm putting in the share. And I'm running a Christmas paper share. So I'm just including the Christmas papers from the mini catalog. But if you are interested in getting a sampling or a quarter pack of each of those Christmas papers, there's 6 different packs. Oh, tearing my paper there. Yes, so if you are interested in getting a quarter pack of those 6 Christmas paper packs, then look out for my paper share, and there's a registration link there in the post that I posted up yesterday. So just scroll down, it'll probably be just a couple of posts down on my business page once I finish my live today, and register for that. All the information is there. You see I've got it typed up here, but all that information is there in the registration form. So you can read that, and then if that's something that you're interested in, then you can complete the registration information there as well. Today is the last day to register for this paper share, okay? So be sure to look out for that one. All right, now let me show you the project that we are going to be making today. It's a super easy, really quick project. This is it here, using that beautiful Delicate Dahlias stamp set and that beautiful designer series paper that I showed you. We're going to be using the oval punch, and I've got some embellishment and some ribbon on there, and super easy to create this one because I've just basically done layers, but so effective. And that stamp, if I just hold that up, that stamp is just gorgeous. You can see the detail in that stamp there. So that's the one that we're going to be making today. All right, now before we get on to that, I'm going to just show you a few different ways that you can use this stamp set. So I'll just bring in a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to be using today Rich Razzleberry Classic Stampin' Pad, and to just show you some of the different ways of stamping, I'm also going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay, all right, so as I said to you, you've got the different artworks in this stamp set. So we'll start first with the outline. So this one is great for if you want to do your own coloring with any of your coloring mediums that you might have. So you might have watercolor pencils, you might have the Stampin' Write markers, you might have Stampin' Blends, you might have a blender pen, or you might just like the black and white look and just use the outline on its own. But I just wanted to show you different ways that you can use it. All right, so let's bring in, so what I've done is I've got here an E block. So these are quite a large stamp, so you do either need a Stamparatus stamp positioning tool or one of these large E-size blocks to fit these dahlia stamps on here. And I'm going to start off with using, I'll actually use the Memento Black first, and I'll show you how to use this particular stamp. So when I use Memento, I like to rub it over the surface first and then tap. Now the thing is too, with photopolymer stamps, when you first get them, they tend to have a bit of manufacturing oil or something on the surface of them, so they don't always pick up the ink very well the first time you use them. So it's a good idea to give them a clean on either your Stampin' Chamois or your Simply Chamois. As you can see, mine is very stained, but it still cleans my stamps really well. I just rinse it out every couple of days to get any excess ink out of it, but the staining on it doesn't affect how it actually cleans. So yeah, so give your stamps a good clean. Sometimes I even ink them up and then I stamp them down and give them a bit of a twist and then give them a clean to get that ink really adhering well to them. All right, then you can just stamp that down. So you just give some firm pressure around the whole image, being careful not to rock your stamp, just straight down, straight up, and there you've got your beautiful stamped image that you can then go ahead and color with your coloring mediums. All right, so let's pop that one to the side, or I'll actually give that one a quick little clean. I'll show you how quick and easy it is to clean it. So just give it a little twist and a little bit of a rub, and that's clean. Now you'll notice I've got a little, you might have seen that, I've got a little black dot at the top of my stamp here. I'll explain about that in a moment, but I'm going to show you first how to stamp with the detailed stamp. So this one is one of our distinctive stamps. So because these are large stamps, it's a good idea to turn them face up and actually take the ink pad to the stamp, and then that way, because they're so large, you can see that you've got a good coverage of ink there on your stamp. So here's the second stamp. This is the distinctive stamp from the stamp set. There we go. And so you can see all those beautiful details in that stamped image, and it does really look like a photographic, more of a photographic look of the stamp. It looks more realistic. Okay, so you can stamp them individually, or what you can do is you can layer them as well. So let me get, I'll get the small one out. Oh no, actually I'll do it with the same, I'll do it with the same one, with the big one. So I'll get another piece of cardstock and I'll show you how we can layer them together. So this is where that little dot came into play. So on both of my stamps, I have a little dot, and that little dot signifies where they line up, because there's so much detail on this stamp that you really need to, if you're going to stamp them one on top of the other, you really do need to know exactly where they're going to line up, because they do line up exactly. So what I did is I worked out, I put them upside down and I worked out exactly where they lined up, and where they lined up I put a little dot on both of the stamps. So I've got a dot at the top of that one and a dot at the top of the other one. Oops. And that's where they will line up. That's sort of the top of my stamps. Because especially too, if you're going to be stamping a lot of these, and you might be wanting to do multiples at a time, then to save you time, it's good to have that dot on there so you know exactly where they're going to line up. Okay, so now I'm going to use that dot. I know that's the top, and I'm going to use that to help me line this up. Now, because they're photopolymer stamps, it does make it easier to look through them. This one, because I've been using a very dark colored ink, it has stained the photopolymer quite a bit, but it doesn't affect the way that they stamp. Okay, so you don't need to worry about any staining. And there you go. So there you've got the two over the top of each other. So you've got the detail of the distinctive, and then you've got the outline as well. So there's the three different ways that you can use these stamps in this stamp set, and it's the same with the small flower and the leaves as well. either use them individually or use them together like that. Okay. Yeah, and just remember that little tip about finding where they meet up and then just marking it. I just used a fine tip Sharpie, and what I did is once I worked out where they lined up, I actually put the little mark on the opposite side of where you put the ink, so the part that sticks to the block, the flat surface of the stamp, that's where I put that little mark so that it doesn't affect the actual stamp itself. Okay, so I hope that that little tip has helped you. All right, so we're going to clean the black one because we're not going to use that again now, but we are going to use the distinctive stamp. All right, so that's how to use the stamp. So let's go ahead and make our project. Again, I'll just show you the project that we're making. Very simple. We're just using this, we're just stamping on this panel here and then just putting all the layers together. And how effective is it? It's just, you know, you don't need to do too much with this. It's just really beautiful. All right, so I've got my pieces already pre-cut here. And I have got the measurements written down for you as well. So let me give you all of those measurements. Actually, I'll just move this to the side for a moment while I do this part. All right, so we have got a card base of Blackberry Bliss. So this is just half of a piece of an A4 sheet, which is what we use here in Australia. We use metric measurements. So this one is 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. And I've already pre-scored that and folded that at 10.5. So when you fold your card, if you don't have a scoring tool, you can just fold it in half and then just use your fingernail, or if you have a Stampin' Up! Bone folder, you can use a bone folder just to press down on that folded edge, or as we call that, burnishing. To make that fold nice and crisp on the edge there, and that stops your cardstock from like crumpling, and gives you a nice fold and helps it to sit down nice and flat. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, that's okay. You can actually just use your nail, the back of your nail, just to press that down firmly. Okay. Or if you have a stamp block, you can actually use the edge of your stamp block to do that as well, okay? Just be careful that whatever you use isn't sharp, because you don't want to scratch your cardstock. All right, then we've got a piece of the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. And this one measures 10.1 centimeters by 14.45 centimeters. We've got our piece of basic white, which we're going to be stamping the dahlias on. And this one, yeah, I'm just checking, that does look, once you stamp the stamps on it, it actually looks, the flowers on it, it actually looks wider, because I'm just looking in my sample and I was just thinking, that looks wider. But then when I measured it, it's actually the same size. But the stamps make it, give it an illusion of looking wider than what it is. But yeah, the basic white, this is 6.5 centimeters by 13 centimeters. And then I've got some scraps here just of the rich raspberry, and the Blackberry Bliss and the basic white, just for stamping my sentiment and making the oval layer. So I'm using the oval stamp here, the oval label stamp. So it's got coordinating layer, a scalloped layer, and then the straight edge layer, which is what we'll use to stamp the sentiment. Okay. And then I've got a little piece of gold shimmer ribbon, which is just 9 centimeters long, and I've just trimmed the ends there. And we're going to be using, this is the ribbon here on the spool, so this is the gold shimmer ribbon. This is really, really pretty ribbon and very shimmery, as it says, as the name indicates. And then we've got the bumblebee trinkets, which are super, super cute. I haven't used any of these for a while, so I thought this was a great time to pull them out and use them on this project. They're really, really adorable. I love these. I just forget to use them. I've got them put away in my drawer and I forget to pull them out. So I'm happy to be able to use them today. Okay, so let's start with our stamping first. So I'll pop all of these pieces to the side. I'll bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat. Sorry, I went blank then for a moment. So if you don't have a Stampin' Pierce mat, you might have a mouse mat or something like that. If you turn your mouse mat upside down to the foam side and then just protect it with a piece of paper, or if you have Stampin' Up! Grid paper, I've got the mini grid paper here, then you can use that as well, and that just helps to give you a little bit of cushioning underneath that stamp, because the photopolymer stamps, they don't have much give to them because they don't have that foam layer like you have with the red rubber stamps. So it's good to have that bit of cushioning underneath your cardstock, and then you'll get a much nicer finish with your stamped images. All right, so I'm going to be using the large and the small flower in the stamp set, both using the distinctive stamps. So we're just going to ink this one up. And as I'm inking this up, I'm just being careful to cover the whole surface and making sure that I'm not leaving any straight edge marks on the stamped surface. All right, and we're going to be doing a bit of stamping off. So it's important to, we're going to be stamping off the edge. So it's important to cover your surface so that you don't get ink. And with this one, let me just see, I'm going to turn it up that way, which is the way that I have my my little, what do you call it, my little mark, and I'm just going to stamp that off the edge. So just give that a nice firm push. There we go, beautiful. And then we're going to, now because I've got, you might notice I've got a little bit of a line just there on my stamp because I've stamped that off the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink that off on the paper so that now I've got an even surface on my stamp, because I don't want to end up with that line on there if I stamp another image. So then I'll ink that up again. And I'm going to stamp one coming in. Oops, I've got a little line on there from the ink pad because I didn't check that I had inked that up evenly. That looks better. That's better. All right, so this one I'm going to have stamping coming in from the bottom corner, almost touching the other one. Basically, you're going to stamp the large flowers first, and then you're going to fill the blank spaces with the small flower. There we go. And we've got that little line again. So we'll do the same thing. We'll ink that off. You can even give it a bit of a twist to remove those lines. And you can even see when I've stamped that down on the paper, you can probably see where those distinct lines were. You certainly want to get rid of those before stamping again onto your finished piece. There we go. And we'll do one coming down from the corner there. I'm just being careful not to overlap them, but I want to have them fairly close together. There we go. Nice firm push, but we don't want to rock our block. Just down and up. There we go. All right, beautiful. Okay, I'll pop that one to the side to give that a clean a little bit later. And then we'll bring in our small flower, and this time, because the flower is only very small, we can just take that directly to the ink pad rather than taking the ink pad to the stamp. It's good to do it the other way around when the stamp is really large. There we go. You can even turn this stamp in different directions to give it a bit more interest. There we go. So that is our stamped panel done. So that's it. So beautiful. Don't those images just look fantastic? This stamp's really great. I love this stamp. And I've got ink on my fingers, so just be careful not to transfer that anywhere. All right, so we'll move that aside. I'm going to stamp my sentiment now. So I'm using Thank You Kindly from the stamp set, and I'm going to leave a bit of space around it so that I can punch it with my oval punch. There we go. So that's all the stamping done. All right, I'm just going to stamp that off a little bit and give that one a clean straight away. And as you'll see, even though I've cleaned that, if I stamp that, I can see that it's clean because there's nothing coming off onto the paper. But you'll notice that it is a little bit stained. That's because of the pigment in the ink pad is very, very deep. But it doesn't affect the stamp at all. The stamp still stamps beautifully well, and you can use that on other colors. Okay, so don't worry that you've ruined your stamp because it's changed color. It's just the photopolymer holds those strong pigments. All right. Now, we are going to punch this sentiment. So with our Stampin' Up! Punches, you can store them flat, and they have this little button on the back of them, which actually, if I just hold this closed and I push that button up with my thumb, then it pops open like that so that you can slide your paper in. But having that little button, so you just squeeze it shut, slide that button, then you've got it nice and flat. You can stack them on top of each other if you want to stack them, and it just makes it much easier for storage. So when you use the punch, if you turn it over upside down so that you can see what you're punching, and then you just line that up and squeeze. There we go, there's our sentiment. And while we've got our punch out, we will grab our piece of Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just going to pop that in to punch the scalloped oval. There we go. All right, so there's all of our pieces. There's our card. And I'm going to use a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue just to adhere my sentiment to the scalloped oval. And I love when I'm layering my images like this, the ones that nest inside of each other, I love using the multi-purpose liquid glue because it gives you that little wiggle time, because it dries a little bit more slowly, so you've got plenty of time then just to line that up and get that nice and straight. So there we go. Okay, now all we have to do is we're just going to basically layer up all of these pieces. So to do that, I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. Stampin' Up! Has many different adhesives. We've got tear and tape, we've got the glue that I just showed you, we've got tear and tape, we've got, oops, I'm losing my power cord, we've got the Stampin' Seal, and we've got the Stampin' Seal Plus, which is a very, very strong adhesive. We've also got multi-purpose liquid glue, which is great for adhering small or very fine detailed pieces to your project. And we've got glue dots, and I'm going to be using some glue dots as well today. So I'll just show you using the Stampin' Seal. So this is like a tape runner, the Stampin' Seal. It's a dry glue. So it's it is really great to use on those things where maybe they're a bit more porous, and because sometimes with some of the liquid glues, if you add a bit too much, it can cause things to buckle and things like that, so you've got to be a little bit careful. All right, but the multi-purpose liquid glue is a really great one too, and as it says, it's multi-purpose. Different people prefer different adhesives, and sometimes it depends on the project that you're creating as well. All right, so I'm just going to line this up with an even border, or hopefully an even border, on the top, the bottom, and the left-hand side. There we go, beautiful. And then I'm going to attach my ribbon to the back of this sentiment just with some glue dots. So we'll use some mini glue dots. And I'm just going to, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the glue dots on the back of the label first, and then the tape can attach, the ribbon can attach to that. There we go. All right, so I've got my little mini glue dots on the back there, and then I can attach my ribbon. Now I have to make sure that my ribbon is going up the right way. I don't know if this one's got a right way and a wrong way. Some of our ribbons, they have side. Some of our ribbons have a right side and a wrong side. This one I don't think really does. I don't think it matters too much with this one. Oops, turn my sentiment up the right way though. So I want that running along the center. That's pretty good. There we go. And then I can trim that off if I need to. I might actually have to trim that a little bit because it looks like it might be a little bit long. And then what I'm going to do is just add some Stampin Dimensionals. So these are little foam hexagonal shapes, and these will actually give us dimension in our project. And I'm just going to stagger them like this so that they can also help to adhere that ribbon. There we go, and we're just going to pop our sentiment down here, and I am going to need to trim that ribbon a little bit. In fact, oh, I've stuck that down now. That's okay. I'll put that in just a little bit more. About there. There we go, and then I'll just trim up that ribbon a little bit on this end with my snips. Oops. So we don't want that overhanging the edge of our card, because otherwise when we go to put our card into our envelope, that ribbon will fray on the end there. There we go. Great, and then we're just going to finish off with a couple of our little bumblebees. And to adhere our little bumblebees, we're going to use our mini glue dots again. The glue dots are great for adhering little embellishments like this. Most of our little embellishments like this, they have a flat back on them so that you can attach them to a glue dot. And I'm just going to pop one over here, and then another one up here. And there we go. Okay, just move all of that out of the way. So there we have our beautiful project there using the free Sale-A-Bration Delicate Dahlias. So I hope you like that project. Oh, thank you so much. Annette said, beautiful card, Mandy. This is my #1 Sale-A-Bration pick. That flower is stunning. It is, isn't it? And there's actually so much you can do with it. I've seen some beautiful projects made with this one. So yeah, thank you so much, Annette. All right. So let me now just quickly tip the camera back up to so I can see you face to face, or you can see me face to face, so that I can say goodbye to you. Just bear with me for one moment while I do that. Okay, here we go. Flip those cameras so we're around the right way. There we go, and I'll adjust my lights again too. Otherwise I'll be in the half dark. There we go. All right. So let me hold up my project, and oh, I've just got to tip that camera down a little bit. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little project. So yeah, so that stamp set is absolutely gorgeous. It just does all the work for you. You don't need to do much else with it because it's just so beautiful. So look out for that one, the Delicate Dahlias, or Dahlias, depending on how you want to say it. It's a free Sale-A-Bration item with $180 purchase here in Australia. So look out for that one. If you've got any questions about Sale-A-Bration or the new mini catalogue or anything else to do with Stampin' Up, I'm just grabbing that here, please feel free to get in contact with me and ask me any questions that you might have. I'd love to be able to help you. So if you don't already have a Stampin' Up demonstrator that you're working with and you're here in Australia, I would love to help you. So please get in contact with me, and I'd love to offer you the best customer service possible that I can. All right. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Everyone liked my card. Awesome. Thank you so much. So thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. I will be going live again next Monday at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and then again on Thursday at 11 a.m. So I'll be doing both days. So Monday afternoons, Thursday mornings, and I hope to be able to give you lots of creative inspiration. All right, until I see you again next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye.